the SEC has overstepped its, powers.
The agencies just execute the laws that Congress passes. But when there's no laws, then they'll either, base them off previously set rules that were in place, in some cases decades that are old. It's been a good month for the industry. So it's August 30th. So it's it's basically the end of this month. But over the last few weeks, we've just seen a lot of positive developments. I don't necessarily think legal and lawsuits are the best way to move legislation or policy, but sometimes that's what it takes.
Sure, because the elected officials are viewing and kind of digesting what the courts are saying, and vice versa, right? The judges on the bench are looking at the legislature and seeing, okay, well, they're moving through committee. They have a market structure bill.
Yeah.
A FIT bill, as the new acronym is.
Right.
They have a stablecoin bill that has moved through with bipartisan support. And not only that, but the SEC has overstepped its powers in a number of circumstances, and that's probably a far more important reason for them to rule the way that they have. But they do play off of each other a little bit. It'd be crazy if they didn't.
Well, sure, and you don't forget. I mean, the SEC it's an agency, so their oversight is Congress. It's the House Financial Services Committee, and oftentimes when there's no regulatory clarity, you see agencies take matters into their own hands, and that's all the more reason why we need this digital asset market structure development, and we need true congressional oversight, because the agencies just execute the laws that Congress passes. But when there's no laws, then they'll either base them off previously set rules that were in place, in some cases decades that are old, and they don't always necessarily fit with the modern times. And we've seen that with the SEC as a classic example.
Now, the bills that have moved out of the Financial Services Committee, let's talk about the politics of that. So you've got several Democrats coming on with Patrick McHenry and with Representative Hill and others. Not all of them, though. I think Richie Torres sort of led the Democratic bloc, and Maxine Waters held back her support. Given that the ranking Democratic member held back her support on both of the FIT bill, which is the market structure, and the stablecoin bill, what do you think we will see as far as the timing? When will that be in front of Senate banking? When will they have that on their desk?
Well, I think there's a few points of history to be made about the success that we've had, I think, with this digital asset market structure discussion, the FIT bill. Not only was it House Financial Services, but it was also House Ag, which is chaired by Congressman G.T. Thompson out of Pennsylvania. Rarely, to my knowledge, and again, I'm not a lobbyist, that my colleagues Ron, Hammond, and Kristen and Jake really do a fantastic job of pushing our policy issues on the Hill, but I monitor it pretty closely. And to me, it was the first time where I've seen two committees really come together, House Ag and House Financial Services. Ag, of course, oversees the CFTC and commodities futures. House Financial Services oversees the SEC. Rarely, maybe if ever, have they come together to collectively work on a very complicated market structure piece and then get it actually to the committee for a vote. So that, to me, was a big victory just in and of itself.
Hey, it's Amy. Click over here to subscribe, click over here for more content, and we'll see you next time.